Okay, today's reading for the 22nd of August from Emmett Fox is titled You Are Always Treating. And I need to do an explanation, I think. Emmett Fox uses the word treating for using your spiritual power to address and find solutions to any problem. He writes, You are continually treating your conditions with the thoughts that you hold concerning them. What you really think about anything is your treatment of that thing. Many people have the idea that they are only treating when they call it treating. But no matter what you call it, your thought concerning any subject is a treatment. This is the reason visible conditions are always the expressions of invisible thought. If you will begin systematically to treat every side of your life with a series of positive, correct thoughts, and keep to this practice for even a few weeks, you will be amazed to find how much everything will change for the better. And he closes with a quote from Romans. Be you transformed by the renewing of your mind. So today we're lucky enough to have Josh give a talk that to me takes what Emmett Fox has written about and explores it even further for us. Josh?
Hello, everyone. I'm super excited to be here. I love getting to join this. I like being there in person a lot, but I just thought it would be better to do it on the computer today for whatever reason. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about some shifts that are going on and just some cycles that are going on, just a typical yearly cycle, and our touch on our energy hygiene. And then after that, we're going to go through a meditation. It's probably a 10-minute meditation, nothing crazy, just to do a cleansing of our energy, our aura, our chakras. And it's just a general cleansing to help us step forward from where we're at right now. So basically, as I'm sure most of you know, there's a new moon that just hit. Now, I don't know a ton about astrology. I think it's one of the last new moons of the year, or the full moons of the year. And along with this moon is coming a lot of closure, a lot of ending of relationships, a lot of endings of jobs, and so on. And this isn't the typical, you have a choice to end it. A lot of things that do not serve us for our highest and best are being kind of weeded out at this time. And there's a lot of there's a couple planets that are in a place that they have not been in for several hundred years. And that's just kind of the solar kind of energy that we're in right now, or the universal energy that we're in. And then we also have the yearly cycle that takes place. At the beginning of the year, we have a clean slate, so to say. We have where we can manifest our new journeys and set our intentions on where we're going to go. And along with that, we kind of just we start that new path. And throughout the year, we work on it. And when we start to get towards the end of the year, like we're getting to now, the cycle starts to come to an end, and we see a lot of closure as well. So with the year coming to an end, we are also seeing that yearly cycle causing a lot of closure, a lot of endings to things that no longer serve us. And what happens is a lot of those things that we were trying to manifest and trying to that we had intent to do, a lot of those loose ends are being tied up, or they're being tidied up towards the end of the year, basically. And we are being forced to look at those aspects of things and to help us move forward. So we have that new moon that's bringing in that energy, and then we also have the yearly cycle moving in as well. So I thought that Leah asked me a little while ago to do this meditation and everything, and this talk, and everything kind of just fell into place with this new moon and all of that. And so along with that, the main reason that I'm talking right now is for our energy hygiene, is what I call it. So taking care of our energy body, taking care of our auras, making sure that it's cleansed, and making sure that our chakras are clear and we're flowing properly. And that ties into, you want to have your energy flowing as good as possible. And when we're nearing the end of these cycles, or we're in the energy that we're in right now, we really want to be able to have our energy top notch at all times. Now, we all see everything, well, not everything, we all see a lot of stuff that's going on in the world right now, and there's a ton of negative stuff. There's a ton of positive stuff as well, but there's a lot of negative stuff happening. And when we, on a global scale, we feel that inadvertently, we will feel that negative energy. There's a ton of it around. If we watch the news, we can take on that negative energy. Um, there's tons of ways to take on negative energy. And then you bring it down to a personal level, such as your partner or a coworker or so on. A lot of the times when we're at work, a coworker will come up and start venting about something going on at home, and they're throwing all kinds of negative energy to you. And what can happen is that within our auras, within our energy body, within our chakras, and so on, we can get negative energy that gets stuck in those areas. And it kind of just is like a dingy kind of feel, or look to it, that makes our energy it's not flowing as good as we would want it to. And that can cause us to have physical ailments as well. If we have energy blocked up in a certain spot, that can cause physical issues, such as, so for example, if I have a lot of energy that just so happened to attack my solar plexus, I may start to have intestinal issues. I may start to have an upset stomach all the time, and so on. Once that energy blocks, it's a snowball effect from there. So that's why I wanted to talk about energy hygiene, because I think everyone, at least on a weekly basis, should be doing some kind of energy clearing, some kind of energy cleansing, and so on. Now, there's people that do energy cleansings once a day. There's others that do it every few days. And there's a bunch of different things that you can do on a need to basis, such as, a lot of people, when they start to feel a lot of energy on them, they'll take their arms and they'll kind of towards the ground, and you do this on each arm 3 times, and then you kind of just shake the energy down. And that can really relieve a lot of stressful energy for us, and so on. We have Epsom salt baths that you can do to help cleanse your energy. There's tons of different meditations that you can do to cleanse your energy. We have a bunch of meridian points throughout our bodies as well. And I was just watching something today, and they were talking about a few of them, and I was tapping on them. That there's a little divot in our collarbone on each side, and if you tap on each one of them, it's supposed to release a lot of stagnant energy that's built up there. And then there's also one right around where your thymus is, and you kind of tap on that. And then there's a couple underneath your ribs on each side. So I started tapping on each one, and when you tap on them, you can feel, if you feel it really tender, if you feel like it's really tender, that is actually a point that you need to kind of do some tapping and do some clearing and cleansing on, and so on. And I was tapping on my left side, and I actually felt a lot of tenderness over there, which there's no reason for me to feel that. So I just thought it was kind of interesting. But you can go that route. Another thing that I love to do is when utilizing water, my shower. So when I am getting ready to get a shower, a lot of the times, I visualize golden light coming out golden water that's kind of just bright light coming out of the faucet. And when I go under it, I just see myself getting washed with that golden light. And I'll even, let the front of my chakras just outwards towards the shower head and let it cleanse it really good. And the colder the water, the better. And it can cleanse our auras and so on. So it helps out a lot, and it's fairly easy. And you can do that if you take a shower every day. You can do it every day, and so on. So the meditation that I'm going to be doing, we're going to be bringing energy into our body, and we're going to bring it into each one of our chakras, our 7 chakras, and then into our body and expand it a little bit to cleanse our auras as well. And what this is doing, it's giving us a good base clearing of our energy to help things flow. So just moving forward, and I know there's a lot of people in the group that already know energy hygiene is important. And this is a reminder to make sure you're doing it, because I need reminded a lot of the times. And if I don't get a reminder, my body makes sure to remind me. And for the people that don't know about it, it's something to utilize to make sure that you have your energy and you're not taking on anyone else's energy, and you're not getting any buildups that are causing a lack of flow and so on. And this can really help with getting sick, such as if your third eye is starting to get kind of blocked up, and you can end up with a sinus infection. But if you can just clear that out and you're keeping your energy clear and flushed, you're not going to get sick that often. And it's just a good habit to get into. So with that being said, my whole agenda here is to get to do the meditation and just fill everyone in on the energy hygiene, and just remind everyone, let's make sure that we're keeping up on that so we can stay in our fresh, good energy. So if we all want to just get comfortable, I like to sit comfortably with my palms facing up, just receiving universal energy. And make sure your feet are on the floor. And I like to ground myself. So what I do is I will visualize roots coming from the bottom of my feet, going down into the carpet or the floor, going down through the foundation and then into the ground, into the dirt, and just going all the way down into the center of the earth, going through all the dirt. And then I like to visualize a crystal there. And this crystal can be any color that it appears to you. And I like to see these roots connecting to this crystal. And then I want you to see this energy, the color that it is, or whatever energy it is, coming up through your roots and coming up to our feet, and then coming into our feet and slowly going up our legs, up to our knees, through our thighs, into our waist, and into our stomach, into our chest, and up into our shoulders, down into our arms, all the way into our fingertips, into our neck, and then all the way up to the top of our head. Then I like to let this energy just sit for about 30 seconds. So we'll let this sit for just a second, doing whatever it's doing. All right, and then part of what we're getting ready to do is going to relieve and take some of our stress or anxieties or stagnant energy or whatever this energy just cleaned or cleansed. We're going to see this energy start to lower from the top of our head down to our ears, down to our neck. It's going out of the bottom of our feet, going back down into the earth, and down to our shoulders, and then coming out of our hands up into our shoulders, down our chest, our stomach, our waist, down our thighs, And I like, when I get to the feet, I like to really take my time for a second and just see this energy really lowering through. So I go slowly through my thighs, then my knees, down my calves, and then right back out of my feet. So what this did is it washed away a lot of anxiety, stresses, or anything that we had. Along with that, if that color is a color that one of your chakras needed or your body needed in a certain point, it brings that energy into it. So then I like to do a quick protection. So I just visualize myself, and I would like you to visualize yourself in a bubble of bright light protection, just bright white light or whatever color seems good for you. Just see an eggshell around you. And this is just protecting you, keeping your own energy in. And this is a good practice to get into to protect your energy from outside energy. And the grounding is good to help ground that energy as well. So I do this protection every day before I leave the house and every night before I go to bed, and any time in between I need to. And this helps with blocking negative energy from entering. All right, so then I want you to visualize a bright beam of bright light or golden light coming down from as high as you can possibly imagine, all the way down into the top of your head, then going all the way down your spine, out of your tailbone, and then going all the way down into the center of the earth as far as you can imagine it. This is helping to align our energy. This is helping to keep us grounded and one with the universe. And then I want you to visualize this light entering into your head, the top of your head, and filling your head. And then I want you to see this bright light shining into or out of your third eye, which is right between your eyebrows. There's a small vortex there, and that is your chakra. And there's also an entry point in the back of your head, right towards the bottom of the cap of your skull. So I want you to just visualize this bright light shining out into these vortexes, just shining out and really cleansing them. This is cleansing them of any dirt, debris that's in them, just getting them balanced and flowing correctly. We'll let that sit for about 20 seconds. And as we move down the body, I want you to leave this bright light there. It's going to continue to cleanse and it's going to continue to fill your body. So now I want you to see this bright light going down your neck to about the very top of your collarbone, towards the middle of your neck. And this is your throat chakra. And I want you to see this bright light filling the front, facing outward, and then filling the entrance in the back of our neck. I want you to just see this bright light. I'm just covering this chakra and just soothing and cleansing and comforting this chakra. And I want you to see this energy move down, and I want you to see it go down to the middle of your chest to your heart chakra. And again, we have an entrance, which is in our back. And then we have our exit of our chakra, which is expressing this chakra in the front, in the middle of our chest. And I want you to see this bright light entering both sides of the chakra. and just immersing it in this beautiful light and just soothing it and comforting it. And you can say to yourself, I love you. You can say to yourself any encouraging self-love kind of words. You know, a lot of the times we do meditations and we leave out the entrance to our chakras, which is in the back. So we always want to make sure that we remember that's back there. Because if it's dirty coming in, it's going to be dirty coming out. So now let's see this energy just go down to just below your left rib, sort of towards the center. And I want you to see it just covering your solar plexus. And again, there's an entrance and exit. Just see it filling this chakra and giving you tons of courage and self-worth. You can hear the words, I'm worth it. Just really see it just filling that chakra. And then we're going to go down to our sacral chakra, which is right below your belly button, normally. And we are going to see the same. We're going to see this light just covering this chakra, just shining out, clearing any blockages or any dirty energy that is there. You can think thoughts such as, I'm creative. This has a lot to do with our inner child as well, at times. And just our creativity, our playfulness. So just really see that energy just shining through. And then I want you to see your energy going down into your root chakra, or this energy, I'm sorry, the bright light going down into your root chakra, which comes out of your tailbone and usually kind of curls up towards the front. I want you to just visualize this energy just going right into this chakra and just cleansing it. Say something like, I am safe, I am secure, I am rooted, I am grounded. And then what I want you to do is, if you haven't already, I want you to leave all your chakras the way they are right now. And I want you to bring your attention to the top of your head and just make sure that you are bringing all of this energy in now. We're going to bring this bright energy into our whole body, into our head, all of our necks, all of our shoulders, down into our hands, into our whole chest, our whole backs, all the way into our stomachs, down into our legs, all the way to our feet. And at this point, you should be glowing just about. You are so full of this energy. And I want you to sit with this for about 20 seconds. Just allow this energy to cleanse. And this is universal energy. We used Mother Earth's energy earlier to cleanse, and now we're using universal energy to cleanse. Now what I want you to do, you can do this with taking a breath in, and on your exhale, you're expanding energy, or you're expanding it on your breath in, or you can just simply visualize the energy expanding. But what I want you to do is I want you to visualize this energy in your body expanding. I want you to see it expand to about 2 feet off of you, 3 feet off of you. This is cleansing our aura. We have several layers to our aura. And it's said that when we look at auras, and for those that can see it, the colors that you pick up on are the colors that need to be addressed or are more dominant at this time. So an aura can tell a lot about us. What we're doing is making sure that anything that's been stuck to our auras or that have damaged our auras in any way, that we are cleansing them. And I want you to just take one deep breath in and one deep breath out. And then I want you to see this energy coming back into your body. And I want you to, starting with your feet, I want you to see this energy coming back up to your knees, your thighs. Leave the energy in your chakras for now. We're just taking it, we're returning it from our bodies. And then up through your stomach, up through your chest, your arms, your head. So now at this point, only our chakras are glowing and they're full of light. And now starting with your root, I want you to see this light starting to recede. And I want you to visualize a beautiful red chakra, root chakra, just flowing perfectly nice and beautiful. And then I want you to focus on your solar plexus, your sacral chakra. And I want you to bring the light back in, moving it up to your solar plexus. And I want you to look at your sacral, and I want you to see an orange, beautiful, spinning chakra. See it spinning perfect and the perfect color orange. And then we're going to move up to our solar plexus. And we're going to take that energy and we're going to move it up to our heart. And then we're going to focus on our solar plexus and see a beautiful yellow chakra, just spinning perfect and the perfect size. It's healthy, it's good. And then I want you to focus on your heart chakra. And I want you to move that energy up to your throat chakra. And then we're going to visualize on our heart a beautiful green, emerald green chakra just spinning perfectly. Sometimes you can see a hint of a red center or a pink center. I want you to just visualize your heart chakra just spinning beautifully. We're going to go up to our throat chakra, send that energy up to our third eye. We're returning it to the universe. And then go back to our throat, and we're going to visualize a blue energy just circling and looking healthy and beautiful. And then we're going to send this energy up to our crown chakra, which the energy has been going through, and our crown chakras are usually pretty clean and clear. They can get a little overactive or underactive, but they're typically not dirtied up because, especially when we are connected, so typically they are in pretty good health. So we're going to go to our third eye, and we are going to visualize a indigo, a dark blue, like a night sky kind of color. And we're just going to see that. We're going to see our third eye just spinning nice and beautiful. And then we're just going to send all the rest of the light up. And then we're going to see, or we're going to visualize one more bubble of bright light protection around us. And we're just going to redo this. We're just going to reinforce this because now we have our clean, beautiful energy. We have our energy, no one else's. So we're going to protect that now. Let's just visualize one more bubble of bright light protection. It can look like an egg. It can look like a bubble. It can look like, it can have spikes. It can have any kind of thing that you want it to have that comes to mind. Now I'm going to take one more deep breath in and deep breath out. And then I like to thank the universe. I like to thank God. I like to thank my spirit guides, archangels. And then whenever you're ready, you can kind of come back and be present again.
We thank you, God, for having brought us together today. We thank you for having allowed us to share the joys, to share support for one another, to share learning, to become closer to you, and to become closer to each other in this spiritual community. We thank you for continuing to watch over for us as we depart from here, continuing to coach us, educate us, gift us, guide us. And we thank you for guiding our feet back here again soon, so that we can share together, enjoy together, and heal together. For all the good you've given us, dear God, for all the love you've enabled us to share, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And we all say, Amen.